Tape 3.
There are some specific qualifications that we're looking for in this person that, we always have the ability to assign them additional duties as needed. So what is the pleasure of, we're just looking at currently the job description for the account development coordinator. What is the pleasure of the board to move forward with some of these changes that we are considering?
So Dottie, I'm with you about the format and all, which I mentioned, but can we as a board authorize you, Vanessa, to review the final document prepared by staff and to go ahead and begin the advertising based on the discussion that we had concerning the categories and the individual jobs and the catch-all?
I think that we can. I don't know legally if there's any reason why we would not be able to do that. And of course, I think that as long as we all have a general understanding of what we need to advertise for, and it seems that we do, and we are all on the same page, we can always make tweaks to the work plan or job description, because I don't anticipate, we need to advertise this. If we bring this back before the board at the next meeting for approval on the actual job description, as long as we know the qualifications or the qualities we want to advertise for, that is my biggest concern, and I think we can still bring the actual final job description back before the board, but if we can go ahead and begin some advertising, because again, I think we need, probably a 30 or 60-day window to advertise and ensure that we get some good quality candidates. So, basically, I think that, considering authorizing me to work with staff on a draft of the documents so that we can begin the advertising process based on today's discussion, and then with the final job description to come back before the board would be appropriate.
So I made that motion. Second.
Who's the second? Okay, so Diana and Dottie.
What is the motion?
The motion is basically to authorize the chair to work with staff on reworking the job description based on the discussion that we had today, implementing some categories, taking out these items that we discussed because they should really fall more under Christy's job description. And when we bring this back, we can also bring back some drafts of Christie's or any other. I think this is going to be somewhat of an ongoing conversation that we'll just have to do little chunks at each meeting to work through.
My motion was intended to allow that then to go forward as an advertisement for the position.
Well, that's where I'm going with this. I know the 30 days, and 30 days is not long enough.
I didn't get a time.
I know you didn't.
So do we want to establish the time frame in your motion, Diana, 60 days?
So Donald, explain to me, please, about the 60 days rather than 30.
30 days is not long enough to advertise for a position, in my opinion.
Okay.
It should be 60 or 90 days.
Okay, I don't agree with you on that. I think that 30 can sometimes less depending on the posting position. I'm just saying that
most of those are internal anyway.
I think that 30 days is adequate, but I am not opposed to 60. I'm only thinking that it is good to get a position, someone in that position so that the transition can occur.
But you don't hurry in a position like this and just 30 days and pick somebody and then say, well, we should have went ahead and did it longer.
So
30 days is too quick.
So normally, if we were going to, we would not necessarily have to pick someone from our respondents.
Then you're wasting time.
You can always add more time if you go with 30 days.
But hey, you know what? I'm fine with my motion including 60 days.
So Diana has amended her motion to be for a 60-day time period. Dottie, are you in agreement with the 60 days? Any further discussion from board members?
Is that going to run us out of time, Sarah?
More than likely, yes. I mean, Sarah is, I think, fairly committed to working with us, but it may not mean that she would be continuing in full-time employment with us at the end of the 60 days.
But we
I think
can hire
Well,
somebody.
if you're saying we got to shut totally down if Sarah leaves, then
No, I'm not saying that. And as a matter of fact, we have,
I mean, come on.
we have looked at, how we would be able to manage segregation of duties in the event that Sarah's not able to be there on a 40-hour-a-week basis. So, you know, we have some other, plans in place to manage things. But I do think, and maybe this is more of a Ken question, if we do make a